we are pleased now to welcome in Kansas City defender and athlete advisor and investor of Cadx, Kayla Sharples. Kayla, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for having me.
This is a big deal talking about Cadx, and we're going to get into all of that. But before we do that, we're going to play a little this or that soccer edition with you. So this or that, we'll give you two options and you just get to pick and then we roll from there. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go.
Colorful cleats or white cleats?
Colorful.
Oh, okay. Let's go with pre-wrap or leg sleeve.
Pre-wrap.
Ooh, okay. In the cold, do you wear gloves or long sleeves?
Long sleeves.
All right. I thought maybe you're gonna be like a fan of showing off the guns. Okay, all right. Let's go with the hair. Are you high pony or bun?
I'm a high pony girl.
Yeah, I can't play with a bun either. It just falls right out. I can't do
Especially if you had the ball a lot like me. You
Ugh.
can't do it.
Yeah. Post-game recovery. Are you jumping in an ice bath or are you hitting the sauna?
I'm actually kind of doing both. I'm doing contrast.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah.
Right.
So cold tub, hot tub, cold tub, hot tub, and just keep shifting.
Just a little pro tip. Just a little pro tip for anybody listening. All right. Pre-game music. Are you calm and mindful or are you hyped and amped up?
I'm hyped and amped up for sure.
Wow, I love it. So catch her wearing all the great cleats, getting hyped up, pre-op in her hair, long sleeves on, getting the field in a high pony, and of course, wearing Cadx, a new cleat designed specifically with female athletes in mind and to help with health of knees and bodies of athletes. Why don't you tell us about it, Kayla? Tell us about Cadx and how you got teamed up with this awesome company.
Yeah, so I actually was first drawn to Cadx because of its innovative smart studs technology. So basically what the smart stud technology does is it's the front parts of the studs of the cleat, and they flex a little bit and move. And the whole reason for that is because it's supposed to reduce that stress and rotational force that is responsible for a lot of the knee and ankle injuries that you see today. A lot of the cleats nowadays have a lot of traction on the ground, no matter if you're on artificial turf or if you are on grass. So that's what really drew me in as an athlete. I really wanted to benefit from this technology. I saw going through an ACL tear myself, I know how devastating injuries can be, and you don't want to be sidelined from your sport for long. So I saw that need and I was attracted to Cadx because of that. And then I saw my role just evolve into being an advisor and having and say what the cleats look like, how they feel, how they perform, the needs that I feel like they need to meet to actually help female athletes. And then that slowly then also evolved into being the sole female investor, which is such a cool opportunity for myself. But I really just wanted to create change and I saw this market for it. And I really wanted to actively contribute to a solution that a lot of female athletes sadly experience.
Yeah, I like that you touched on some of the kind of technical differences in this cleat in particular. Maybe we stick with some of that because you mentioned about you yourself having to come back from an ACL injury, and something that we have discussed at large in the women's soccer space and here on A3 is about the fact that something like ACL tears is really more of a crisis than just this kind of occurrence that happens in women's soccer. It just sort of feels like we're constantly covering a player or touching on the fact that they have sustained that type of injury. And there's been a lot of discussion about how there needs to be more research and how there needs to be more efforts for that. But somewhere within that, people are also clamoring for solutions. And this sort of feels like maybe, just maybe, this is one of those early pioneering first steps in perhaps finding a solution to this very big crisis right now. For you, as someone who has experienced that with what comes through, with what comes with an ACL rehab and recovery process, how has this sort of helped you kind of get over any of those humps, whether it's been working your way back into form mentally? How has Cadx helped in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it, I mean, and everyone knows it. Injuries are devastating. As an athlete and an elite athlete, you love your job. You want to be on the field for as long as possible. You know that your career is short, it's limited. So you want to spend most of that time performing on the field. So the whole mission of Cadx is to showcase and to kind of address this injury prevention gap, especially for female athletes, but it's also to say, hey, you can take charge and responsibility of your health, of your safety. You can prioritize your health and safety without compromising your performance. And that is the biggest goal. And if you can do that without any looming fear of risk of injury, and you can actually just perform and focus on your performance, why not? And why not actually buy into this and use these cleats? And it's something that I really do think is going to revolutionize sports safety, and it's just a complete game changer.
Kayla, you touched on the fact that you are an athlete advisor in this company and, of course, an investor. So there's a business side of this that you are invested in, but you've worn these cleats in a game. We saw you rocking them at CPKC Stadium with Kansas City. But there, a little birdie, I'll just say by the name of Jack, told me that you are very involved in designing these shoes, and they send you them. And because they want not just your insight as an investor, but as an athlete, as someone who has gone through knee injuries and coming back and rehabbing. And they really take your input to mind. Potentially it's called the Kayla cleat. I don't know. I want my hands on a Kayla cleat. That's how it goes. But what in designing this shoe that you ultimately are wearing now in NWSL games, what changes or what feedback have you given them to make it the cleat that we see today?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of intricacies that go along with making a cleat. And they actually had started before I even got involved. And so my biggest priority is just helping them create the best cleat possible. And a lot of the cleats that I've worn prior to this moment have been men's cleats, right? A lot of female athletes wear cleats that are specifically made and tailored for men. So first off, I think that's a really cool opportunity that Cadx cleats, they're focused right now just on women's soccer cleats and football cleats. That's it. Those are the only two cleats that they're working on. And that just goes to show their mission and how they want to address these issues. And so for me, it was all about comfort. I think a lot of the time cleats are hard to start wearing. I have to, wear them in training for a few weeks at a time before I feel comfortable enough until they really start off tight. And so the comfortability level is there with Cadx cleats. There's a lot of padding as well, especially around the heel. I don't know all the anatomy right now, but I do know like women's heels are different as well than men's, and we need a little bit more support there and cushion just based on like where your support and Achilles lies and things like that. And so they're just super comfortable. I feel like also I had a lot of input to say what the material feels like, what it looks like. You don't want it to, to have a lot of extra room where your feet are moving, your toes are hitting the top. You don't want any extra material to take away from your performance. So I've had things like that, moving in certain designs and just making sure, the colorway is good. We're already looking forward to next season and what our designs can look like there, which is nice. I think the colorway is awesome. You got white, teal, and black. It's kind of perfect when Jack CEO, when I got traded to Kansas City, he's like, wow, we picked the right colors, huh? And I was like, yeah, so they look pretty sleek, very, very nice on.
These cleats truly are dual purpose to some extent from what you're telling me, right? The fact that they are looking to protect the athlete, to prevent injuries and be better sustaining for athlete as specifically female, but also comfort, because let me tell you, Kayla, I've worn a lot of cleats in my days. They're not comfy. So the fact that you and the Cadx team are taking into account arch support, heel support, wider toe boxes, the just individual foot, specifically female feet in soccer is huge. So 2 claps for you guys. This is great.
Love this. Love that you also mentioned the fact that like the cleats that you're wearing are typically made for male athletes. So that's, I think, an important note. I'm not too sure. Maybe even the casualist of viewers even are aware of that when it comes to women's soccer. This is an incredible initiative project with Cadx. Kayla, thanks for bringing it to our attention. As far as for folks who do want to learn more about the cleat, about the company, how do people learn more about it?
And how do they get themselves a pair?
Yeah, so we have a website. So just look up Cadx cleats. They'll be the first thing to pop up. We're very active on social media. We've had lots of videos go viral as well. I think something that people might stray away at first is it's something that's completely new. It's something you haven't seen before, especially in cleats. And we're almost conditioned when there's a certain way that we've experienced cleats for so long. You kind of wonder, oh, why would you want to change it? Or you might feel uneasy, but it's providing the solution that's so necessary. And when you hear that the studs might move a little bit, people's first instinct's like, whoa, like, I don't know if that's going to actually help. Like, that seems different than what I'm used to, but I just think we're conditioned to something so specific. But that doesn't mean that's the right answer. That's the right solution. And actually, when you're using the cleats outside on the ground, you cannot feel the studs move at all. All it does is just kind of reduce that stress, and you don't compromise the performance at all. And so I think that is super cool. And so, yeah, I mean, you can buy some online. I think the pre-sale orders are already sold out. So again, we're getting a lot of interest, which is awesome. And when you have more athletes at the elite level wear them, and hopefully I can help lead this charge as well. We'll get even more people interested and bought into this, and that this really can just revolutionize and change the game.
Everyone wants a Kayla cleat.
I love it. Our pre-orders already sold out. Yo, get on that wait list, okay?
Yes, exactly.
I guess us included. Now we got to get out. This has been awesome. We do want to touch a little bit on the season in front of us right now, because you did just wear one of these cleats in a game with a new team that you're on. There was a move that happened for you kind of during the summer transfer window. You've gone from BFC to Kansas City. What's it been like kind of getting these games in with Kansas City, really, as there's a straight up playoff push happening right now?
I mean, I'm just so excited to be a part of this club and organization. They're incredibly professional. You have all of these amazing staff members and owners and facilities. And when you have all of that at your hand, and all you have to focus on is performance, right? You have everything that you need. And so that's kind of our focus, is striving for excellence every single day, getting better. I mean, the support that we get, we're always getting better every single day. And that's something that I want to do, especially in my career. I don't want to be complacent in where I'm at. I want to improve, and to be able to do it alongside these amazing teammates, women, staff. I mean, I'm really grateful that it worked out. I think this team is feared. It's been just such a joy, and this playoff push has been great too. And we're continuing just to excel, and we want to win championships. So I'm just really happy to be here.
Oh God, I love hearing that. You want to win championships, of course. And you have a very unique perspective this season, Kayla, because you started the year playing against Chawinga at Kansas City and having to defend against her, the Golden Boot leader right now, 17 goals on the year. She's truly unstoppable. And now you get the privilege of playing with her. How different is it now that Chawinga is your teammate and you don't have to defend against her except in training?
I mean, it's nice. She is like, I mean, you nailed it. She's unstoppable. She's a force to be reckoned with. I think not only her, but a big part of our front line is just so multifaceted. We have so much firepower, and Temwa definitely leads that charge. So it's nice to not have to defend against her in games. I mean, I just have rewatched that goal against Gotham over and over and over again, and my jaw just continues to drop. She is just such an incredible athlete, but she can score in different ways. She can hold up play. She can hold up the ball. She can obviously get in behind. She's great at assisting goals too, and passing and just connecting. So I think that she just makes our offense better. And she's been a great player to play with and to learn her playing style. And we're both on the left side, so it's been nice to link up.
What's the hardest thing about defending Chawinga?
you don't necessarily know what she's going to do. Yes, you know she's fast, so you might want to give her a little bit of space so she can't get in behind. But then when you get tight to her, she can easily hold up the ball, control it, turn you in a split second. She can lay it off to someone supporting and then make a run in behind. I mean, she's so strong, and she just has a good soccer IQ. So it's hard to defend her because you might not know what she's going to do next. And I think that's what makes her dangerous.
We won't ask you to give any secrets of what to do to stop her, because now you're her teammate. We know you're not going to give it up.
I don't think it matters. That's
what I'm saying. No matter what, how you defend her, she's going to get on the ball and make some really good goal scoring opportunities. So I think that's what is in her arsenal, and it's hard to defend her. And I think that just, again, makes us such a lethal team.
All right,
Nice.
Kayla, we want to wrap with some more this or that, but fun fall edition
Okay.
for you here, and a little bit of football too. So it is Halloween season, and we are into October. And are you a fall autumnal person? So the pumpkins, the pumpkin spice lattes, the fall leaves, the sunflowers, the mums, or are you more of a spooky fall person with the skeletons and the dark Halloween and black nails and things like that? Which are you, autumnal or spooky?
I would say not spooky. So it's autumnal. Yeah.
You love the pumpkin spice lattes and the
I do.
colors.
I like all of the fall colors and what that has. I mean, there's sometimes a little spooky spice. I don't like spiders at all. So when I see those around, it's not for me.
Fair, completely fair. I guess I have a fall and autumnal adjacent question. It is football season, American football season. So, I had to get one in because you're Chicagoland native, and I was like, let me get a local question in here. So, Bears or Chiefs? Because now you're back in the Midwest, Kansas City.
I know. So my boyfriend is actually from Kansas City, and so he's always been a Chiefs fan. And so even the past 5 years, he's got me to kind of root for them as well. I want to say in my heart, I'm always a Bears fan. Hopefully, this season, and we can turn it around and continue to get better. And so sometimes it's hard. I'll say I'm both. I'm both.
I didn't expect this to be.
But I'm both. But I will say I will always root for the Bears.
I love it.
No one's going to come after you, Kayla. It's okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Candy wise, Halloween comes around, trick or treating. Are you reaching for the sweets, or are you reaching like the sugary, sour ones, or are you more chocolate candy person?
That's hard. I will say chocolate because Kit Kats are my favorite.
Ooh, I like that. My follow up was going to be what's your go-to candy, but yes, it is. I like it.
This was great.
Last question for you. We are doing a attacking third playlist, curating a playlist and getting requests from interviews that we have, people we talk to. So for Kayla Sharples, what is the number one song on your pregame playlist right now that we can add to ours?
Oh my goodness, that's hard. Recently at our home games, we got Michelle Cooper on the aux, so I actually don't even really listen to my own music anymore, and she plays just bangers. But if I had to pick, oh my gosh.
I love that. We'll have to ask Michelle Cooper too.
She's got some really great ones. I don't know if I have a favorite song right now, but I kind of go to is just always like putting on a Drake playlist, honestly, and just kind of getting pumped up that way.
Perfect. Kayla, awesome. Thank you so much for chatting to us about Cadx and about Kansas City. Good luck the rest of the way, the regular season, the push into playoffs, and all the way to the championship at CPKC. That would be pretty cool. So congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.